Hi guys, welcome to Ameyaw TV. So today we happen to be all the way in Tuyobodon, particularly the Techaide North Municipal area. We are joined by a very special man who has tech at heart. He has ICT and advancing ICT throughout the country at heart. We're going to have a very short conversation to know what drives his passion for the promotion of ICT and also what he thinks the future holds when it comes to ICT in Ghana. We'll see you soon. So guys, as I said earlier, we are joined by a man who has ICT and improving ICT education across Ghana at heart. He's Mr. Kafui Prebbie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Guys, we followed this man for, a period of time through some regions, and his work has always been amazing to me. So I've been dying to get to know how it all started for him, and today I'm very excited that we get to do that. So let's get into the conversation. Mr. Kafui, when did you find the passion for ICT and decided that I want to make ICT a bigger thing for Ghanaian students, for Ghanaian kids in terms of education?
Well, thank you very much, Ameyaw TV. It started way back in my university days, where even though I studied mathematics, I had a great passion for technology. And I wrote a script and I won a United Nations award. And I was trained in South Africa on ICTs for development way back in the early 2000s. And so when I came back to Ghana, I decided that I would just focus my ICT knowledge for development efforts. So since then, for almost 10 plus years, Techaide has been working in the technology for education space across the whole of Africa.
I thought it was just a one-time thing. I didn't know the passion runs that deep when it comes to that. But then throughout the journey of, Techaide bringing ICT and education to Ghana, what are some of the challenges you would say you faced in the process?
Well, it has always been identifying the right partners to do the work with. The vision we have is big, is to impact education, right? So we're tackling it from different aspects, the equipment aspect, the content aspect, the training aspect, but each of them requires some particular partnerships. And it is those partnerships, finding the right people, that brings the challenges. But, we're getting over it, identifying philanthropists, identifying corporate institutions that want to do CSR. We're identifying individuals who want to support their communities. We're identifying old students associations who are utilizing our work. We're identifying schools themselves who want to impact education in their schools, and we're doing this in partnership. So it's been a long journey, but it's not been a roller coaster one.
But it looks like the success is bigger than you had imagined initially.
Yes, today Techaide can boast that we've built over 100 labs across the nation in the past 10 years. If you come to our office, you see on the wall, a plaque with all the locations we have built. Some clients have made us work in about 13 districts. This client, for example, we're working in 10 regions. Some clients in the past have worked in 5 regions. So altogether, Techaide has established over 100 labs and still counting. This has touched, I'm talking about close to 500,000 people that our work has touched, from the people that passed through the lab. For just this quarter alone, we measured the Myasanka model labs, just about 8 of them, and we have over 5,000 students from sometimes one lab. So a total of this quarter alone, just the Myasanka Model 8 labs, a total of 18,781 students have passed through, with 55% of them being girls.
That's a huge number, guys, a huge number.
Yes.
Anyways, compared to 10 years ago or when you started and now, how do you feel the reception to ICT and tech education is in the country currently?
Well, I think a lot of people have realized that technology is the way to go, especially even within the COVID or after the COVID time. It's been extremely difficult earlier when we started. But even today, technology has improved to the point that people realize that they need to unlearn and then relearn. So because of that, schools are adopting those technologies, parents are adopting new technologies. If you look at where we are sitting right now, there's a 3D printer behind me. Kids are printing prisms, they're printing their heart, they're printing lungs, they're feeling it, they're touching it, which never used to be there 10 years ago.
I have never experienced that before.
The kids are programming, programming street lights, they're programming hand wash sensors, 10-year-old girls who are going to our labs. So, on this project alone, our target is to hit 100,000 people. And for us, measuring the impact is critical because we're all about impact. So Techaide and our partner institution Implementers, which is a project management organization, is all about working for development, especially in rural Africa. And currently we've gone to Gambia, we're on a roller coaster, soon going to Sierra Leone, going to Liberia. So these are just our passion and we want to touch, and our vision is to be the preferred ICT for D, company for Africa.
Amazing. You spoke on, creating content that power some of these projects that you do. How is the process when you want to implement this content, and in terms of training teachers on how to use this content to further teach their students? How is that dynamics? How does that play out?
Well, so we have a device called Myasanka. You go to myasanka.com, myasanka.com. It's a portable device that we did research about 4 years ago. In the past, we used to put the content on the computers, but then when they get obsolete, it was difficult to update it. So we had to find an external device to be able to put the content on it, and the computers with Wi-Fi cards connect to it. So the Myasanka has all the content for the GES based on the new syllabus. We've structured it all the way from P1 to JHS3. We've put past questions for the past 10 years on it, and such that when the Myasanka is in the school lab or it's in the house, 20 people can connect to it at any time. So the labs connect, the kids take the past questions, and the system marks it themselves, gives them feedback. They are able to look at the structured content such that if you're in class 6, you go to class 6, it's organized by subject, you see the topic, and then we put exercises and we put videos. We collect some of the videos online, some are free resources, but it still helps the children. But everything is all organized and censored. Until when you have a classroom like that, we convert it to a multimedia. So kids in a rural area like Chobodong, where we are today, with the hard work of Honorable Elizabeth, who's built the center, we have the kids just connecting and accessing the content as if they were on the internet. And when she came here and saw the facility we have built, trust me, she was really up on the eyes, how she felt that kids in Chobodong would have access to such facility. And so we are on that role. We want to impact education. That's our passion.
That's amazing. You made mention of implementers being the project managers. How does it play out, being the people that create the tech and being the people that have to also manage the implementation of the tech you are creating? Does that play a big role in terms of some challenges, or you feel over the years you've mastered it?
Yes. So many years ago when I was doing tech, I managed my projects very well. My background is project management as well. And so I had clients who would come to me and want me to manage projects that are not necessarily technology projects. So health projects, training schemes. So when I created Implementers as a project management organization, the idea was to partner also local institutions and international ones and individuals to implement projects with the right project management principles. So anybody who works with me on the implementer side has a background in project management or project impact assessment. And so they take over the soft skills. So for example, as Techaide team will do the installation here and everything else, the usage of the lab, that is the timetabling, the agreement between the district assembly, the management of the Ghana Education Service, that is managed by Implementers, which is a project management nonprofit, right? So they work hand in hand together, and I direct the projects there as well. I support them, I give them the vision how to do it, and our clients have been extremely excited, and you will see something interesting coming out very soon from the work that we're doing with Implementers as well.
Guys, I'm telling you, I've been following this people, and I'm excited, because if you had to see something more excited, then I can't wait for it. But anyways, I want to find out what ICT means to you as a person. I want to find out what technology means to you as an individual and why you're so passionate about championing it.
Well, technology for me is the bedrock that supports development, right? I'm a trained teacher myself, and so I understand access to knowledge and access to tools and how they can change you as a person. And one person can change a whole community, right? And can change a whole country. And so the idea of having access to the right tools to change the mindset, to develop your critical thinking skills, your innovative thinking skills, to undertake research and be knowledgeable. Because even the Bible has said it, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. So the access to tools that provide you access to the knowledge is extremely important to me. And the more I see the smiles on the faces of the students that use these tools to acquire new knowledge, like they're learning how to program, they're learning how to develop printing skills with 3Ds, and it's all the way of the future. I come and I see them and I'm smiling and I'm excited. For me, that's my joy, And I never use my tech background to work in any corporate industry, but I'd like to work with a corporate institution that wants to support tech expansion to develop the new set of skills that will come back to work in that tech. So they're programming. What do they do after that? They come for internship. If they're great, they come up with new skills. That for me is my passion, technology for development. And having done this, all around with partners, either in Europe or in America, we've had a plethora of organizations that we've worked with on different things. For some of them, we've developed specific curriculum to support them in teaching technology. For some of them, it's been training across different districts on technology. And now with our maker spaces, we've built this maker space with 3D printing, robotics, all in about 11 regions so far. And in the next 3 years, we'll be done with about 16, right? We're getting invitations for people wanting to partner with us to do technology trainings. We are very happy about that. It's all on the road towards impacting education. It's our passion. We'll do it.
Guys, it's amazing to always find change makers. Not change makers are doing it big on the TV screens, but change makers that are doing it big by actions and by deed. And Mr. Kafui Prebbie is one of those people. I'm amazed by the work he's doing. I am telling you, I've followed the work he's doing. I've seen the smiles on the faces of the communities, the smiles on the faces of the students. I actually got to experience virtual reality for the first time through this particular Myasanka model in one of the labs, and it was shocking to me. So having students so far out of the city getting to experience this is amazing, and I'm so grateful for Mr. Kafui and the work he does, and I'm so grateful that we get to follow him. And trust me, wherever he goes, we will tag along. We can't wait to keep you updated. We have all the updates from all the dedication of the labs on Ameyaw TV's, our Instagram and social media pages, and also more details about it on www.ameyawdebra.com. It's been fun, and we hope to catch you another time. Bye-bye.